The question was, Noreen TV, that when we are talking about new strategy, we have seen many strategies, many changes, but it has not worked yet. There has been always discussion and changes, but the result has been very minimal. But now, how sure I am about the new strategy, and while General McChrystal is still asking for 40,000 soldiers, how can you, how can you be positive on the positive changes in the new, with the new strategy in the situation in Afghanistan? See, being in the MOD for the last 7 or 8 years, I have been always being present in the ministers' discussions, chiefs of staff discussion with the international community, and personally involved in the meetings, discussions with the ISAF leadership, even NATO leadership, traveling with the minister, traveling on my own to NATO headquarters, participating in seminars and conferences. We have always asked, and we have always said, and we say today and say tomorrow, that the best way, the cheapest way, the safest way, the less complex way is to improve on the growth of the ANN National Police. This has been discussed all the time. But for various reasons, this has been not really the focus point of our discussion in the past. I'm talking behind 2006 and behind. Maybe one of the reasons was that the insurgency was looked at that only the international community should fight and they will be in position to fight against it. ANA will take time to be ready to fight, and maybe it was underestimated or whatever reason it was. But we continued with our fight. And that fight has been going on with NATO, with U.S., with command here in Afghanistan and Washington and Brussels, everywhere. That please help us to grow up ANA in the police. And that has been realized now. You see, this is our country. If we fight, it's our country. If we die, it's okay. We die for our country. If we have young men and women from Europe, from America die on our soil, as an Afghans, culturally, we don't like that. Because it's embarrassment for us. So we say, okay, put me in position to fight, help me with the training, help me with the equipment, help me with the numbers to grow up so we can fight the enemy, and you don't have to die physically, but you give me economic support, strategic support, political support. And at the same time, when we have ANA growth, it is cheaper for you. Nation, those are supporting us to help with the ANA. So this is the reason we have always insisted, and today, very luckily, and we are thankful to the international community, they agree with that. And you have heard that the ANA will grow up to 134,000 next year, up to October 2010, and the police will grow up also. We'll finally grow up to 240,000, and police will grow up to 160,000. So these all will help. This is one side of the story. The second side of the story is that today the international community is ready themselves to go to the people. You see, it's not only the ISAF NATO military that are fighting here. Soon you will see a lot of agricultural experts from the United States of America, from other European countries, that will go to the country, they will talk to the farmers, they will help the farmers, they will give them guidance on agriculture and so on. The same way, you will have the legislation, you will have the education, you will have the other people that are coming voluntarily, civilians are coming to help the civilian people. And also, the international community is planning with the new strategy to spend more money in the development of community level development, to come with the community development, education, agriculture, road, school, education. These are the things which will have direct impact on the people. So when people feel that the international community is helping us, the government is helping us, I'm sure they will stay openly on our side. But it's not one-day solution that when I talked that we will have changes tomorrow. It will take time. We have to have the resources, we have to have the funds, we have to have the experts, we have to have the people to come, and also we have to be ready to accept all these things, to receive it. So it's not one-way action. You have to be both ways, you know. We always say you cannot make a sound with one hand in the air unless you have two hands together to make a clap. So we and the international community both have to work together as a team. As Jana Formica says, yak team wahed. So we have to work together jointly, and then inshallah we will have a lot of improvement.